A lot of smoke on the one and only Darrion Williams right now. Darrion's a stud. Everybody knows this. Evan Mia had him as the best player in the portal up until like yesterday when a new name surpassed him. But by all accounts, he's a potential All-American. He's a stud. He contributed to an awesome Texas Tech team last year. There's been a lot of smoke in the last 24 hours. Originally, the smoke was that Darrion Williams is being pursued by Kansas. Maybe this would explain why Kansas has had a little bit of a quiet offseason thus far, a lot of role player types for Bill Self. Darrion Williams would certainly not be a role player. Did as much research asking around as I could. From what I can tell here, Darrion Williams and his crew, his camp, his family, his agents, everybody involved on that side, fully believe that they are going to go to the NBA draft. That's what their expectation is. They are in the draft process for that reason to get a good grade and go. But they're taking phone calls. And right now, one of the primary phone calls being made is from the Kansas side to try and line up Darrion Williams if he falls out of draft consideration. There's also some smoke. Other schools could be involved. We heard BYU a couple weeks ago. At this morning, there's some smoke that NC State is even trying to make a play. I think in general, this is something you're going to see with a bunch of different guys. If it's a guy going through the draft who decides to play college basketball at the last minute, every school that still has money is going to try and make a play on the best player available. So I don't think it's going to be a done deal. Even if Kansas does the work now, I think it's going to come down to whoever bids the most for Darrion Williams at the final second. But we know from experience that could certainly be Bill Self if he finds a superstar player worth it. What do you make of these Darrion Williams rumors?
Can I admit something?
Yes.
I'm sad. I
Why?
want him back. I want him back at Texas Tech. I think they win a national title if he goes back to Texas Tech.
Yeah, that's your guy. I
And
forgot.
that doesn't seem to be an option right now. And that has me thinking, is this a case of JT Toppin's getting 4 million?
We interrupt this sleepers video to tell you about an offer from Underdog Fantasy. Cart, you love Underdog Fantasy, correct?
Of course I do. Can I have a moment real quick?
Please. Thank you for that. In fact, I'm going to cut you off because our listeners like when we keep these short and sweet. Underdog Fantasy. Sign up as a new user. Use promo code SLEEPERS. Get bonus funds up to $1,000, 50% of your deposit match. The NBA playoffs are rocking right now. I played Underdog last week with a Cade Cunningham line. I'm looking forward to doing it throughout the entire first round of the NBA playoffs, but there's more. You can place picks on golf. You can place picks on baseball. You can place picks on the NHL playoffs that are rocking right now. Join Underdog Fantasy, promo code SLEEPERS. Support this show so that we can keep bringing videos to you. Back to the video.
Really?
Ooh, could be.
Interesting. Because if he's getting 4 million, I'm not saying I'm him, but like I'm damn near close. I need at least 3.5. And I'm assuming Texas Tech's got the bags for that. So I don't know. This comes down to like a super bag off. I will say this. Obviously it's looking like Kansas won't be able to get, or it's looking like Tyron Stokes is going to stay in his class. So, you won't be able to get him at Kansas. I love the front court pairing of Darrion Williams and Flory Badunga for what it's worth. And then you pair that with Darren Peterson. I'm very much in.
It,
Very, very much.
it would swing our perception of Kansas immediately. They would go from
Yes.
like, yeah, 15, 20 range, whatever, to like, this team could win a national title with him in the fold. He would fit perfectly with what they need. Poor Trey White, if that happens. Just poor Trey
Mhm.
White. Just cannot land at a spot that actually wants to play him. But yeah, I think it makes sense for Kansas to pursue. Here's what I think is going to happen, though, respectfully to Kansas. I know this because my team's doing it. If Yaxel Lendenberg stays in the draft, Michigan is going to throw $4 million at whoever the best player available is.
Mhm.
So the speculation has been that that's Jameer Watkins, but God forbid if if Darrion Williams is available at the last second, the price is going to be $4 million from somebody for Darrion Williams. And it sounds like Darrion Williams and his camp are all focused on how much money he could make in college, if not the NBA. So it's a bummer for Texas Tech. If you're on the Texas Tech side, would you be like devastated here?
Yeah, pay him.
Can they?
If not that,
Ooh, is this an example of my hypothesis that you're wrong, that Texas Tech has unlimited money?
yeah, but people keep saying that they do.
Well, if they do, then why is he even considering other schools?
Well, okay, just because you have it doesn't mean you're willing to spend it.
Why would Texas Tech not spend it?
Everyone has their limits.
Man, that would be weird.
Yeah, but everyone has their. I mean, look, everyone has their limits with how much money they can spend.
I guess so. Do you consider Kansas the leader for Darrion Williams if he is going to play college at this point?
I would say them or yeah, probably them. Yeah,
I still think BYU is going to be involved.
They should. BYU should be. It's crazy. Is every other Big 12 team involved? Is Houston going to take a shot at them?
I bet it's going to be Kansas and BYU head to head for Darrion Williams services.
That return game to Texas Tech is going to be scenes.